Hey, thanks for joining me today. Appreciate you being here. Let's see what kind of challenge we have today. Open up my secret envelope. See if I can without mauling the sender. Tony from Louisville, Kentucky says, I often see articles about building a listening room from scratch. The ceiling and walls are covered extensively, and my question is, what about the floor? If I am constructing a room from scratch in a basement with a concrete floor, how should I build that floor? Any help would be appreciated. Thanks. That's a great question, Tony. I think the simple answer to that is carpet. Carpet is a great dampening material that I like. Now, opinions on room acoustics differ from person to person. And I've seen studios that have hard floors. But most listening rooms that I've been a part of or have built over the years have all had carpet on the floor. And again, opinions will vary. Don't they always in this crazy business? But generally, a hard, firm floor, like a cement floor, is something that's good. You're actually kind of lucky. Some of the rooms that I've had to deal with were on rather spongy, springy wooden floors, and that can be problematic. Not just from a turntable standpoint, or your equipment standpoint of it moving, but from speakers. You want something firm. You want something that isn't going to move and let the speakers move the air as opposed to anything else. So I think concrete floors are a blessing, and one that many people don't have the opportunity to take advantage of. So I think you're in good shape. I have, on a number of my posts, written kind of extensively about the room dimensions, and that can be very important. I don't have the formulas right in front of me here, and I certainly don't have them memorized, but there's some great pieces of information on our website. There's good information on some of Paul's posts that you can look at to see about room dimensions, and they can be very important. But if you've got a basement, then I think you're in pretty good shape. The people up above you might not be so appreciative of it. I want to share one quick little story. It just reminded me about bouncy floors. When I first got started in 1973 or 74, my partner, Stan Warren, the S of PS Audio, had a little home out in Orchid, California. And Stan's house was just I think it only had like one bedroom, a kitchen, and a living room. And when you walked into the living room, the very first thing you noticed was a turntable sitting about a third of the way into the room on stilts, on wooden legs that had been drilled through the wooden floor. So he had 4 posts coming through holes in his living room floor, and those posts were anchored into the ground underneath the living room. I took one look at that, and you're married? My wife would never allow that. But Stan had a very generous, giving wife, and she allowed him to anchor that turntable so that even though on this very springy floor that Stan had to deal with, the turntable was rock solid, buried right into the dirt. So that's some of the lengths people go to in what we do to make great sound. Anyway, Tony, thank you for the question. I appreciate you listening.